Hi folks, in this video we are going to design a house. You're going to use some of the same concepts, actually all of the same concepts that you used with Mr. Adams in designing your house down in his class, but you're just going to do it here on the computer, which is a whole new set of skills that you're going to love. This is amazing. So, go to my website, Birchall Academy, go to Educational Technology, and when you're there, go all the way down to number 34. 34. And you'll see home design. Click on that. It's going to open this. Now, one of the things I would say is something you're going to want to be aware of is this program you can join. If you join, it's going to ask you for an email address, your name, things like that. I'll click it just so you can see it. This is what it asks for. It also gives you some options down here. You have to agree to the terms of service. You can also click these two things if you want to get a whole bunch of emails of them advertising or telling you about things that are offered. I never sign up for those things. Some people do because they find it helpful or they enjoy it. Totally up to you. This, you'd have to click yes or they're not going to let you create an account. With that said, you can do all of this stuff without an account, except for two really important things, which is save your design. If you want to save your design, you have to be logged in. If you want to share your design, say you wanted to email it to yourself, you'd have to be logged in. You could do a screenshot, and I think you remember how to do that with Command, Shift, and the number 4. So you can take a picture of your design, but that's pretty much all you'd be able to do without joining. Once you've joined, here's what you get to do. I'm going to create a room. Here's some specialized tools at the bottom. Avoid those in the beginning until you get yourself really established. I'm going to create a square room. I just drag out a square. I can zoom out a little bit so I can see my room. Click on the floor and you can go to room style and you can change the floor. Notice if I click in the middle of that, nothing happens. I have to click on the little drop down arrow that says change, and now I get all sorts of designs. I can get hardwood flooring, carpeting, tile, wall-to-wall carpet, and I just am going to choose tile really quickly just for the fun of it. That one looks just perfect, so I'm going to choose that one. Ooh, that's going to be a crazy design. I can't do it. I'm going to choose this one. That's a little better. And that's it. When I exit out, it changed the entire room. It has that as its floor pattern. If you think that's too crazy, again, you can go back up on the floors and you can change those styles to whatever you want. Click on the change button. Carpeting, we're just going to choose this so it's a little more tame, and I'm done. If I want the walls to change, I can click on the wall, and a couple things I can do. I can grab that wall and I can stretch it out. Notice how the numbers are changing. If you see down here, you have 25 feet, and that's what that little parentheses means. That's a foot symbol when it's written for a measurement. And 3 inches. If you see the quotation mark, that's what that means. I can also grab this side and make it bigger and smaller, whatever I want to do. Now that I have this huge room, 25 by 19, I can click on a wall and I can do wall styles just like I did for the floor. Change it, pick a paint. There are so many of them. Even though they offer a custom colors, I don't know why you would do that since there's so many other choices. These are Sherwin-Williams paints, which I think is kind of cool because if I don't really like those. If I brown earth tones, yeah, that's a little better. If I find one that I like, I actually could go to the store and say, hey, I want this paint. It's called Sand Dollar Beach, and the number on it is 200-3. They'll be able to look that up and make this exact paint for me, which is pretty neat to be able to do that on the website and be able to visualize it and then go to the store and have it work. So, apply changes to all walls in the room. Click there. It's going to change every wall in the room, and this is going to blow your mind. I'm going to do one thing before I show you this paint color. If you go up to the little house here and drop down, you can add all of these things to your house, including doors, windows, stairs, fireplaces. You can do living room furniture, kitchen furniture, which would include countertops, microwave, stoves, refrigerators, all that stuff. Laundry, you get the idea. Beds, all that stuff. Decorative items like even Here's your countertops. I lied. I said they were in kitchen. It's not. Art. You can have art that gets put in. Electronics. You can set computers in different places. Lights and fans. And down at the bottom, you can even do landscaping around your house. And you'll see why this is pretty cool in a minute. But we're going to add a door, because without the entry door, it just looks like a box. So we're going to grab a pretty fancy entry door. We'll grab it and we'll put it on this wall. If I want it to open out instead of opening in, I would spin it around and make it go the other way. These little curved lines, I think you would have learned in Mr. Adams' class. That's where the doors are going to open. I do want it to open in, so that's how I'm going to leave it. I've got my door. That's all I have. I'm going to add a fireplace just because I think it will look nice. So I'm going to choose a fireplace. I like this one. I'm going to put it in the opposite wall, so when you walk in the front door, you can see right at it. And we can use the grids to make sure everything is lined up. I'm just going to move this side to side. We can also use the measurements. I am not in the center of the room right now. Now I'm pretty close. I'm 1 inch off. So if I move this one side to side, I can basically line it up. So when I go to 3D view, this is the part you're going to love, I can see my house. I can zoom out just a little bit, and I can actually zoom around this room, because I only have one room, and I can see my house. It's awesome. Notice that the wall colors are all the same. That's because that's the Sherwin-Williams paint that we chose earlier. And I can flip around this house and I can see every wall. You can only view things in the 3D setting. You have to go to 2D in order to change anything. So for example, we're going to go back over here, back to rooms, walls, and areas. And this is where I'm designing my walls. If I want another room to come off of here, what I would do is go over here, grab one of these, and drag it over here and create another room. Now I'm going off the screen a little bit. That's why it's giving me a problem. But I put it right next to it, and there's a whole nother space. However, I'm going to delete that. So if I hit the little X, it deletes it. Okay, they're just warning me that everything in the room is getting deleted as well. But I don't want that. What I really want is to extend this room. So I want whatever colors I paint these walls, and I want the floor, I want it to flow right into this other space. It's not a new room, it's just an extension of the same room. So see how it makes a little extra square? That's really important, because if I just want a little reading nook over here, and I don't really want a crazy room that's different, I want the paint colors to match, I want the floor to match, what I need to do is do these room additions, okay? If I want an additional room, then by all means you should go up here, click on one of these 3 images, and go ahead and add one. If you're not sure what a half wall is, it's a wall that's really short that might separate 2 spaces. So for example, if I wanted this to be a workout area, I might put a half wall in between so I can still see over the wall, but it kind of does a visual separation between these 2 spaces. And that's how you would use the half walls. The half wall, I could put an opening in the half wall just so I can walk through without having an actual door. But that's what that would be for. Alright? I think you're going to have a lot of fun with this. This would be used for closets. Remember, there's bathroom settings and all that stuff. You can also take screenshots. And if you want a 2-story, here's where your stories would be. If you want to add a level, this is where you would add your level and go upstairs or go downstairs, whatever you're going to have. So enjoy, have fun, be creative, use all those concepts, and I think you're really going to enjoy using this program.